Let's take a look at a few more stretches for the legs that ultimately address lower back issues. Specifically, you have a couple of major areas that can really affect your lower back. And the hips are one of them. The hips and glute is one of them. The other two main areas are hamstrings and the quads. There's others other than that as well, but right now that's what we're going to go over. Okay, so I'm going to do a hamstring stretch and a quad stretch from a chair, just because a chair is very stable, it's relaxed, and it's something that you have access to anywhere you go, and that you very well may be, place that you might be during the day. It's specifically good for office workers, or if you find yourself behind a desk and you can't actually peel yourself away to do a stretch, or feel like it might be ridiculous to do a full stretching routine in the middle of your office. This is a nice way to get a few minutes of that in the middle of the day to just help offset some of all that pressure that sitting puts on your back. Okay, so again, like other than your hips, I'm going to look at the quads and I'm going to look at the hamstrings. Usually when I'm going to start stretching out my lower back, I'm sitting down, I want to warm up something or warm up some kind of motion. So I'm just going to put my hands right on top of my thighs and drop my belly forward and stick up my chest just a little bit, just so I can move around. Just move around. So I'm moving around on one side, it's getting a little bit of motion. Right? And I'm going to move around the other way. And again, I'm just not necessarily giving a huge stretch here, but I'm getting motion, I'm getting blood to flow. Because when blood doesn't flow, pressure builds up, your body can't repair itself, you have little bits of swelling, higher chance for infection, a whole slew of bad things. So moving around, right, rocking forward, and rocking forward really like practicing, right, rocking forward and turning my chest in one direction, turning my chest in the other direction. Right. Now once I feel like I'm warm, I can get into some other stretches. All right, let's start out with a hamstring stretch. Right, square chair. I'm going to slide so I'm on the angle and sit right on the edge of that chair. Make sure the chair is stable and secure. I'm going to put my heel down and bring the toe up. I'm just going to rock my weight forward. See, it's really simple. One foot's flat, heels up. I put one hand right on part of my leg, and the other hand on my thigh or on the chair. I want to stay stable and supported. Then I'm just going to rock forward, and as I rock forward, I'm going to lift the chest up. Lift the chest up. And the whole point of lifting the chest up is it actually pulls, right? It pulls your stomach out of your hips, and it actually increases the stretch. So I'm working on the hamstrings right now, and the toes are up. And you can tell the difference when you're here. If you raise the toes up nice and high, you get a really nice stretch in the hamstrings. If it's a little intense, you can drop the toes down. Right, with the chest up, I'm going to go one side to the other. Right, looking over one side to the other. Again, make sure your chair is stable. My chair doesn't have wheels, so it's nice and stable. Right, rocking over one side. See, my chin's a little bit over the leg. And then the other side. Nice and easy, you're not trying to force it. And hands down or even on the floor, right, to get my stability. There you go, and I can adjust that by lifting up the toe. Okay, now I'm going to keep my chest stable. Chest is up, and then just rock my foot side to side. All right, so I can get all the groups of hamstrings underneath. Okay, I'm going to circle around in this position. All right, circle around. And circle the other way. Now that I feel it's warm, I can even try to pull all the way down. As far as you can comfortably go, you don't want to go so far you're going to fall off your chair, but you want to at least feel that, oh, okay, I got my hamstring alive, something's happening, and you're offsetting some of this stagnation from sitting all day. I'm going to do the other side, right in the corner, find a nice spot, get the leg out there. You know, wait till you feel nice and comfortable. I'm on the sit bones. See if I can comfortably get the foot up. You might have to adjust your foot until you feel like you got a comfortable spot. You know, and then, there we go. I'm going to go all the way down, holding on to either the back of the chair or my thigh. Okay, now, by moving my head from one side to the other, I can get the different muscle groups. Okay? Now, where I am, I feel like I can get my stretch a little better if I go to the side, right? Or if I go a little bit more to my front. Right? It's all based on the chair. So what I mean by the front is it's the front of my body as opposed to outside. I'm gonna do the same thing. Reach down. There you go. Now a little more of a stretch there now. Rocking from one side to the other, one side to the other. just circle around nice and easy, circle around the other way. There you go. Now you feel like it's warm. I'm going to rock forward. All right, and bring my head down. Now again, the important piece is not so much to touch your head to your shin. It's really to get your chest up and lean forward. Okay? For example, I'll just hold on to the chair for support. See how I'm leaning forward and looking up. You can also do this. Just hold on to your chair. Go side by side. I'm just giving you different suggestions of where to hold on to. Make sure you're stable if you're stretching on a chair. But the chair is good because you always have access to it. I'm going to do the same thing for the top of the leg now. I'm going to do a quad stretch from here. Now, I'm going to turn to the side, right? And so I'm part way off. I'm going to hold on to the chair, grab on, hold on to the hips, hold on to the instep rather, and I'm going to drop that leg back. Okay, and as you can see, my leg can hang off the edge, right, the edge of the chair. I'm going to pull that back and lift up with the chest. Okay, and turn away from it. And now what's really important here is not just pulling back, but I want to see if I can rock my hip forward. See that motion? Rock the hip forward. Rock the hip forward. You lose that little curve in the lower back when you do that. Right here, rock the hip forward. Pull back. Turn behind. You can even move the leg around a little bit here. All right? Move the leg around, or just find a spot and hold it there. All right? And twist into it, and you can get a nice stretch. You can find a nice spot to stretch. Okay? Let's try the other side. Turn to the side, coming all the way to the edge. Right? I'm actually going to even get my sit bone off of the edge. Holding onto the chair, grabbing onto the instep. I'm going to pull back, rock the hip under. Right? Rock the hip under, pull the instep back and lift the chest. Turn the opposite way. I'm going to change the position of the leg, right? I'm going to open and close until I find a really comfortable spot. So that feels pretty comfortable for me. Go to the other side. And when I'm comfortable, come back to the center and relax. And that's a good, like really simple little quad and hamstring stretch that you can do at your desk, or in a chair, or maybe you're, I don't know, you're watching TV and you don't feel like leaving and sitting on your floor and getting into a stretch, but at least you got something going on. Those aren't the only stretches you should do, but they're definitely really important stretches, especially the quads and hamstrings. They get really, really tight during the day, and when they're tight, they affect the rest of the body. So again, really quickly, what I did today is I warmed up, right? Warmed up the back, circling around. Okay, once I found that I was nice and warm, sat on the corner, got to a nice hamstring stretch. I'm trying to make this nice and even, like a 90-degree angle, more or less, with the hips. Might be a little over 90, no problem. Okay, you can hold on to the chair and rock forward to lift your chest up. Holding on to the chair is probably the safest. If you feel comfortable, you can reach forward or touch the floor. Right, you can rock side to side or go forward and circle around, either way. Okay, we'll do that to the other side really quickly. Opposite side. Holding onto the chair. Toe is up, chest is forward, and rocking side to side. Rocking side to side, circling around, or the other way. Right? I can lean forward, or I can even wave my foot side to side. That's another way to get all the muscle groups. Okay, coming back up. Opposite side again. Grab onto the instep, holding on. Pulling back, rocking the hip forward, chest up, and turn. A nice turn. I'm going to try to get everything from the quad actually up into the stomach to stretch. When I'm finished, other side, hold on to the chair. Make sure you're nice and stable. Pull back, chest up, and turn. Nice quad stretch. Come back to the center, and there you go. You can even circle it around afterwards more, or go back to your work or watch TV or whatever else it is you have to do. Good idea to add this into a daily routine and see what effects you get.